Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Eve Echoes. And today, as promised, we will be taking a look at what kind of professions you can follow up in this game, and what you can actually do to earn some money, or, I don't know, to make a living, or do whatever you want to do to gain some hefty ISK. To start off your PvP or whatever you'd like to engage in this game. Well, first of all, there are quite a lot of professions available. It's not something that you can just pick and you have your path defined straight away. Instead, you have to be picky on what exactly helps you the most in achieving your goal. So basically, taking into consideration a known profession. I will enumerate the professions that I know of. Probably there are a lot more, but you can also mix them up. You can deduce the skills needed in order to progress on your desired path. So for example, let us get in to the skills. Okay, and you see straight away that in the skill panel you have this specific tab right here. It's called generic. Well, it turns out there are a couple of tabs here. You've got the generic, you've got the military, you've got the mining, you've got the transport, and you've got the manufacturer. Now, each one has its own description. I'd go for a different approach. But these are all base guidelines. So whatever you find here, you can orientate as to what you might want to do. So there's basically like, let's say, there's low battery, there's industrialist, which may or may not include mining, there's trading, which may or may not include hauling, there's military, which has PvE, but you can also combine it with PvP, and I think that's about it. Oh, of course, let's not forget the pirate, which focuses only on PvP or probably military anomaly and stuff like that. But it's a common skill tree that you can use to play either PvP or PvE. It's basically the same thing. Only the fits differ, and we'll get on how to fit your ship in the next episode. So let's say, for example, you would like to become an industrialist. Okay, what does that mean? Well, an industrialist usually builds or mines or builds and mines stuff. Now, for building, you've got the Industrial Technology tab, which has the production, allowing you to learn the frigate, the destroyer, the cruiser, and all the skills to manufacture the ships. Currently, in the beta, there's no skills at manufacturing items. Those you can only get from drops and loots. So you can only build rigs and ships, and that's about it. There's also the mining tab, and the mining has all the skills related to mining, strip mining, which is a specific type of mining item, mining laser that gets fit on the mining barges, which are a very big instance of a mining ship compared to the Venture, which is just a frigate. Okay, so, and resource processing. Now, this is very important if you go on the mining skill set as well. Why? Because you will go mine, like, I don't know, let's say a week, an entire week. And after that, what do you do with all the ore? Do you try to sell it as it is and gain little to nothing on it? Or you refine it and sell the refined minerals? Or you actually use those minerals to build up the ships? Then you would have all three skill sets in this Industrial Technology tab. Learn as much as you can. So basically, as an industrialist, you want to have production, mining, resource processing. Mining and resource processing, you can live off by just mining and processing the ore and selling the minerals. And with the money gained, you can I don't know, fuel your desires, buy whatever expensive ships, and so on and so forth. People will always look for minerals when they try to build stuff, and some industrialists don't have the time to spend on mining as well. So that's about it on the industry tab. So as for skills, they're all there, they're grouped. Just make sure you click on this so you can switch into views. It helps a lot. A lot better actually than these generic guides. So let's hop on to also a branch of being an industrialist. It's called natural science. What does natural science mean? Well, it's planetology. If you try to build something, let's say for example, we are trying to build we have, say we're trying to build a vigil. Okay, it's a mid-metal frigate. Come on, load up. Okay, so this is the blueprint information. So it shows the necessary amount of materials that you need. So you see we have the minerals, titanium, pyrite, maxillon. That's refined minerals from the ore that you can mine from the asteroid belts. While planetary materials, as you can see, we are missing noble metals. Planetary materials are a different kind of breed of materials. They are locked within this skill panel, which is called natural science. And natural science helps you gain more planets to settle upon. What happens is, if you enter planet mode, we just clicked on planetary production. Come on. Okay. Looks like it's broken. Probably. Nope, there it is. Okay, so we've entered the planetary production mode. So we have 3 planets that I have settled it on for now. As you can see, they're almost full, or I just forgot to activate to constantly mine. So you basically set on a planet and you add mining arrays. And each planet has some planet minerals that you can siphon off. Each blueprint requires some specific minerals. There are already some guides either on Reddit, on Facebook, or even, I think, there's also a Eve Echoes Wikipedia that states how the planetary minerals are spread into categories, and how would it be best to spread and mine them. You can't cover everything, that's for certain. Some you may have to acquire from the market, at least if you're starting off. You won't be able to settle on every planet that you encounter. You can only do up to 2 or 3 planets. You increase the number of planets by training the planetology skill. So these minerals get off the planet, the other minerals get off the ore that you mine, and you only need the blueprint. Blueprints you either gain from market, or they drop, either from NPCs or from anomalies. And that's pretty much it about how to be an industrialist. That's the basic stuff. Of course, there are a couple of other more guides on how to be a successful industrialist. I'm not going to go any deeper than that. If anyone wants to pursue this, it's a great area in which you can activate, and you can also use it as a side income method. I, for one, build rigs with the loot that I gather from encounters and anomalies, and I refine the ship debris and build rigs, which then I either use them myself or put it on the market. Let's take a look at the military section. So we're gonna head over to the skills again, and the military part of the skills are set into the left area, which is the ship. you've got cruising technology, you've got maintenance technology, you've got electronics, and you've got weapons technology. Now, regarding encounters, so if you want to be a mission runner, or you want to just PvP, but the skill tree is pretty much the same, so you can do mission running and encounters and anomalies to fuel your wallet for PvP, and you can just build stuff, have multiple ships of the same type, of the same fit, or different fits, depending on the circumstances you're in. You're looking for a specific fight, and use them in that direction. So, regarding ship flying, if, as a side note, if you're an industrialist, you might be interested in the, where is it? The Industrial Ship Command. Industrial Ship Command is used for haulers, which are used to haul stuff from point A to point B, but you can also make some dough out of it. And they are also used for the mining vessels. So mining vessels use the Industrial Ship Command. Any other vessels, which is practically military in this game, we've got the frigates, we've got the destroyers, we've got the cruisers, the battle cruisers, and the battleships. So far we don't have any capital ships, which is okay. So basically, every ship has its own bonus, and roll bonus, possibly. But usually these skills give off a specific bonus. For example, Frigate Command. This gives you Frigate Inertia Modifier, meaning your ship turns better, and Velocity, meaning your ship will have a better speed. For example, a ship that uses this, let's pick one from these. So we've got the, I don't know, only a couple of are shown here, which is kind of weird. So let's take the Hound. So the Hound has, for example, a roll bonus, okay, and a specific bonus for frigate level. In our case, is not the case. There's still bugs around, so please report them if you see them. Let's see the Slasher Interceptor. Propulsion, Frigate Command, damn it. Yeah. These bugs should be reported, and we should report them. Let's head over to our inventory, and we can take a look at a Slasher. So, the Slasher has Frigate Command bonus per level, 5% velocity. If you have Frigate Command bonus level 5, then you will get 25% velocity. Meaning, this adds up with the Frigate Command skill that gives you a specific bonus. So they don't negate themselves or anything. They just add up to your full stats when you enter the ship. Heading over to the skills again. So that's pretty much about the Spaceship Command. You need specific levels or specific, I don't know, so Destroy Command or Advanced Destroy Command for ships that do require Advanced Destroy Command. So whenever you want to look to acquire a ship, make sure that you have the necessary skills in order to fly them. Navigation is also a tab in the cruising technology. It helps with modules that affect speed. As you can see, we've got the Afterburner, and the Afterburner skill affects how the Afterburner item works. So we've got the activation cost reduced and the duration increased. For the Micro Warp Drive, which is a different kind of propulsion module, the Micro Warp Drive has like 500% bonus in speed, but has some penalties. We will talk about the penalties when we get to the fitting episode. Micro Warp Drive offers great, insane amounts of speed bonuses, but consume capacitor a lot faster. So if you train Micro Warp Drive skill, you will get activation cost, meaning your capacitor, your ship battery will drain slower. Micro Warp Drive duration, it will last longer, meaning the cycle will take longer to complete and will not deplete your capacitor that fast. And velocity bonus. You train this, the velocity bonus will stack with the velocity bonus written on the item. So if you equip the item, you'll see that the item has the stats modified, taking into consideration your trained skills. That's pretty much about it on the cruising technology. We've got maintenance technology. So different ships have different bonuses. That's for certain. Some ships, actually some empires, focus more on shield technologies, while other empires focus more on armor technology. And we've got the Mmorpg, which basically have no clue what exactly to do. So just they took the best of both worlds. And some ships have shield bonuses, while other ships have armor bonuses. There's a low battery again. Yeah, Eve Echoes drains batteries really, really fast. So, in shield operation, you have all the skills needed to boost up your defenses on the shield side. Meaning, shield operation, which affects the shield boosters. You've got the shield hardening, which affects the resistance items that offer your ship resistances. And of course, you've got the remote shield operations if you want to be a logistics pilot. Logistics means that you fly in a gang, and there are some specific type of roles in that fleet. There's like 2-3 damage dealers, 1 bait tank, and 1 logistic, which shows up during the fight and starts repairing the allies, so they won't get shot to pieces. And the same as in shield, we have in armor operation. It's the same skill names, but with armor in front, and they basically affect how armor repairs, and instead of shield boosters, you have armor repping, and how armor hardening and resist bonuses apply. You also have the defense upgrade tab, which offers you some general defense improvements. For example, the frigate defense upgrade. Per level, you get frigate shield, frigate armor, and frigate structure. So it basically improved the effective HP of the ship. Any ship that fits in the frigate class will get these skill bonuses whenever you jump in it. The same applies for a destroyer and cruiser and battle cruiser and so on and so forth. We've got electronics, and in this side, I think I'm going to talk about in a different episode, because it's pretty important, and it affects the fitting and the ship fits and how it all fits together. And we also have the weapon technology. Now, the weapon technology, each empire, each ship belonging to an empire has bonuses on different kind of weapons. So Amarr usually use energy turret. Gallente use hybrid turrets. Mmorpg uses projectile turrets. Caldari mostly uses missiles. Both Amarr, Gallente, and Mmorpg can also use missiles, and have some ships that have missile bonuses. And of course, some of the Gallente ships, 50% or less, close to 50%, have drone bonuses. And we'll talk about drones in a different episode, but regardless of what you want to fly, the ship that you want to board and to take into combat or whatever, if you want to fit some weapons on it, you definitely want to fit the ones that receive bonus from the ship's attributes. And you definitely want to take up to learn those skills, because they really help. As I'm playing Mmorpg, I've mostly focused on projectile turrets, and I'm using autocannons and artilleries. Autocannons are close range, while artilleries have an increased rate of fire, a lower rate of fire, yeah. So the artilleries shoot once, for example, every 12 seconds, while autocannons shoot every 3 seconds. That's just an example. Artilleries have salvo damage, like you can one-shot some stuff in space, while autocannons have better DPS. And that applies to hybrid turrets and energy turrets. They all have like two parts. Hybrids, there's blasters, close range, and rails, long range. Energy turrets, close range, and which are pulse lasers, and beam lasers, which are long range. And as mentioned, in drones, we will take them on a different episode. So all in all, there are a couple of professions. You either have the hauler, in which you want to invest in ships that can take a big cargo hold, so you can carry stuff from point A to point B, which you can also integrate with the trader and learn skills that affect social science in trade. You'll get discounts when posting orders on the market or making contracts or whatever. And accounting, which reduces the market broker's fee. So as a hauler, you can also be a trader. As an industrialist, you can either be a miner or a miner and a builder, or just a builder. As a military part of the game, you can be a pirate, you can be a mission runner, and also fuel your PvP activities. You can also be a mission runner and a pirate. You can search for whatever gives you satisfaction. I, for one, like to go mission running, and while I'll build up my wallet, why not fuel some PvP and go in roam solo for now, and have fun blapping people, or I don't know. Currently, hasn't been introducing game the ransom. The send money, actually. Ransom I'll get to in a second. So if you're a pirate, for example, you can catch someone that is not fitted for PvP, which has an expensive ship, blah blah blah, does not want to lose, and if you have the power to destroy him until reinforcements arrive, you can do so, but you can also hold him for ransom. So, for example, you can ask for a sum of money. It's not the most orthodox method, but it gets the money running. You can be a pirate, but there's also some negative effects on being a pirate. People will stop chasing you, or they'll note you down in some black notebooks marked for death, and you'll be chased every time you get into the territories. Which sometimes is fine, and sometimes is not fine. It all depends on how you want to play this game. The game offers you so many possibilities that you have so much stuff to choose from. Some people are just facing a wall of choices, and it's actually the steep learning curve of EVE. And some people just fade away real quick after entering the game because I have so much stuff, I don't know what to choose. Be conservative, try to pick something that floats your boat, and go with it. If you don't like it, it's better to figure out this early on, because then you can switch to something else. If you invest too much in something, then you can say you're pretty much committed to that, and you basically want to learn as much as you can to gain the maximum amount of profit from your profession. So that's pretty much it about this episode. Please leave your comments below and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll happily answer. And next episode we'll probably talk about fittings and how to fit your ship, if I don't find some more interesting subject in the meantime. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.